All right, well, here's a follow-up video, kind of some of the things I was talking to you about in your other video, but I figured it's better to see it with an example. And here's Chaz next to you. So, one of the things we're definitely working on is getting better angles. All right, getting those feet out from underneath you more, maintaining level shoulders, so we're really strong on the outside ski. So obviously you can see Chaz, has a little bit better upper and lower body separation. He gets his feet out a little bit further from him. And he's a little more level. So that level shoulders really helps him be able to be balanced on the outside ski and pressure the outside ski. You're, a little bit more like this, so the weight does kind of fall to the inside. So keep working on angles. Do the slopey drill. How low can you go? You can see just that if you were a little more level, you'd probably have more weight on outside ski. You can see your spray of snow is, much greater than Chaz's, so he's carving a little bit more. We talked about in the earlier video about how sometimes you got to be more patient and not turn early. He kind of turned a little early here, so your skis are already kind of almost heading down the hill when you're in rise line. Chaz's are still a little bit more further pointing out this way, so he can bring turn shape back. You kind of ran out of room and had to crash the panel there. We're looking to hit brush panel really on the downside. You see Chaz just brushes it, and really with his back on the downside of the pole, so he has direction done. You don't really have direction done. You're still heading down the hill here. Now you're gonna have to turn below, and that tends to be slower. This gate here, you can see how Chaz really is patient and gets himself really outside rise line with the skis still pointing, out and away, way out the woods here. And you're going to come through and already have your skis, heading down the hill. Here you obviously a little divergence, and the V team kind of cheating on the inside, but you can see, visibly, your skis are heading down the hill already in rise line. His are pointing out. So it's a combination of turning early. It's a combination of you're going to skid the top of the turn, where he's going to roll them up, stand on it, and just let an arc around with a clean arc. A little better job there as far as if you're brushing it, you hit it really on your back. So you ended up having decent position at the gate. You just sort of skidded the top of the turn, which is scrubbing speed. Here's another good example of Chaz being really patient. He's, in rise line with his skis pointing, way out here. And you start off okay. Looks like your skis are not quite as angled as his, but not bad. But I think you just skidded the top of the turn, so all of a sudden, your skis are now heading right down the hill. You have nowhere to turn. If you arced from there, if you pressured the outside ski and really carved, where would you end up? Through the panel, inside the panel. So kind of get those skis going down the hill, turning too early. It's a combination of turn too early and skidding the top of the turn. So now you have nowhere to go except go straight, 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 straight. And then we're going to pressure below, and our turn's down here. Chaz is going to bring turn shape back, have direction done, brushing that gate really with his back. And you can see where he is finishing the turn relative to the gate. He's exiting with a much higher line than you, which caused you were riding the low line here, So you didn't have any room now. You had to really chuck them sideways here, the big spray scrubbing your speed. So in any event, like I said before, though, some really improvements this year. There was so, obviously there's things to work on, as we just talked about, but you had a great day on this GS course. Some big improvements. Like we said, we want to make sure we really work on better angles and maintaining level shoulders, and just be a little more patient at the turn. Let's try to arc the top of the turn, carve the top of the turn, and not turn as so early. So we want to intersect rise line with our skis pointing out and away from the gate whenever it's offset, so we can bring turn shape back. At the same time, we want to give ourselves room at the gate to allow for a strong angulated position. But great job, and keep up the good work.